Welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm Andrew Kavanaugh, and I just want to say thank you so very much for coming back to Kavanaugh's Corner. Well, as you can see, you might be able to tell, but we have a new phone, a new camera. I have a new microphone here because the other one didn't connect to this new phone, so we're moving up in the world here on Kavanaugh's Corner. I just want to say thank you to all that have subscribed or who continue to subscribe. Today on the channel, we're going to be doing something a little bit different, and this is not something that I've done in quite a while. But today I'm going to review a season of television. This was sent to me by Sony, Sony Home Entertainment. This is a new revival of a TV show that I watched for pretty much the entirety of its run when it first aired. And it's a show that I loved, and I thought it had a phenomenal run, a really solid ending, and some really amazing performances throughout. But this new season was met with some divisive reactions, I guess you could say. I know a lot of people that watched the original show that watched this new season and were not thrilled with it. And a lot of people I know actually just stopped watching it. But that is Justified City Primeval. This is available on November 14th, so this is going up a little early. So big thank you to Sony Home Entertainment for sending this out. This was one that I actually watched on Hulu as it aired, and I really wanted to love this show because I love the original. But before I go into the Blu-ray, the image quality, and the audio quality and everything, I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about my thoughts of the show itself. So this is going to be a review of this season as well as a review of this home video release here. And it's great to see this actually come out on Blu-ray because the original whole run of Justified is also available on Blu-ray. And that show is definitely worth binging, watching. It doesn't matter if you watch it on Blu-ray or on streaming. It's just worth watching because it's just a fantastic show. Timothy Olyphant as Raylan Givens, the U.S. Marshal here, really his performance all throughout the original series was note for note almost perfect. I mean, he very rarely had a moment where he wasn't just absolutely amazing as that character. So when I heard that they were bringing the character back in a whole new season, and it's, you know, a continuation of the original show, this, you know, picks up years after the original ended, that I really wanted to see what this was all about. And really the premise of the show, without giving away any spoilers, I'm not going to spoil anything for you here, is that Raylan Givens is now living in Florida, kind of as well as I am, and he has a run-in with these criminals as he's on vacation with his daughter, and that run-in with these criminals actually ends him up in Detroit, Michigan, and from there he gets unraveled in this very crazy plot with this psycho who is just getting out of prison, and he is just basically trying to move himself up in the criminal underworld of Detroit. It also, you know, he runs into, you know, a corrupt judge, and he gets involved with this lawyer. And honestly, it was a very interesting plot, and it was cool to see Raylan come back. But I don't think that Raylan Givens was used extraordinarily well in this new season. He is a fish out of water in this new season, and it's very different from him being in a place where he kind of grew up and where everybody knows him to where nobody knows him. The story being extraordinarily slow, the show just seemed to drag along, and that was one of my biggest complaints about this season, was that we're being reintroduced to Raylan Givens, who's a little bit older, a little bit wiser, he's not as much of a risk taker as he used to be, but he's still Raylan Givens, and you know when he flies off the handlebars some crazy stuff is going to happen. And it does, but this new season really takes an extraordinarily long time to get to that. And there are little hints here and there in the first couple episodes, and it really is a slow burn kind of build up to this ultimate face-off between Raylan and this nutcase who is being portrayed by Boyd Holbrook. And what a great performance from Boyd Holbrook. I have to say, the best thing about this is all the performances are really, really impressive all throughout. Up until the second to last episode, and this is only 8 episodes, it's a very short season. I just didn't think there was enough momentum in this season to keep people interested. And yes, things happened, and very much like a lot of Elmore Leonard novels that this, series is based on, there is a slow burn, but things happen to keep it interesting. This, it was very, very minute little things here and there that led to the next episode. And I didn't get thrilled by it like I did with the original series. And the original series had, episodes that weren't related to the overarching plot of each season. There were some where he got involved in a totally different case, or something happened to him that led him off in a different direction. But that kept the show interesting. This, there just wasn't enough. There wasn't enough going on to keep, I think, a steady momentum, and it just was very, very slow-paced. And up until the last 2 episodes, there was really not much happening. But those last 2 episodes really redeemed the season for me. I think without that and the lead-in to what is definitely going to be a season 2 of this, I mean, they even put season 1 on that box art. I'm really excited to see where this is going to go. But to have an 8-episode preamble, basically, into what the show is going to become, I don't know. I think it was too stretched out. This honestly could have been like a 2-part, 4-hour miniseries if they really wanted to do that. But it is what it is. I'm glad we got Raylan Givens back. I'm glad we got Timothy Olyphant back, and he's still got it. I mean, the man has still got it. And like I said, Boyd Holbrook and a lot of the other actors and actresses were fantastic in this. Keith David plays a small part at the beginning of the series, and he was awesome. He's awesome, and as he is in pretty much everything he does. So the Blu-ray itself, I thought, was really well done. I mean, this show was shot extraordinarily well. I mean, the cinematography on this season was vastly different from the previous series, and I really loved how dark and moody and like the wet streets and all that kind of look. I really liked it. I thought it was a very different look, but I really thought it was fascinating to see. It kept looking beautiful throughout, and I really liked that. I thought it was really well done. Again, this is just a simple 1080p Blu-ray, but it looked really, really good. It was a very crisp picture, very sharp. As far as I know, this was shot digitally. There is, I think, some very light artificial grain put in, but other than that, I mean, this is really beautiful looking. To open it up here, it is just 2 discs. So here's the first disc and the second disc. The first 4 episodes are on the first disc, and the second 4 episodes are on the second disc here. So it's split up pretty evenly. The bummer of the century is there are no special features on this whatsoever. I really wish there was. And the audio track on this is a DTS HD Master Audio 5.1. So there's no, Dolby Atmos or anything like that. But it did sound fantastic. I thought the dialogue was crystal clear. There is a lot of talking in this new season, and the dialogue sounded great. The music sounded great. No issues. Sound effects were awesome. There is a few action scenes. Again, the sound effects were placed really well. So I thought it was a really solid Blu-ray, but again, I had mixed feelings about this season. I love the original show. I highly recommend it. This one here, you really got to be a die-hard fan to enjoy this new season. Again, it's an extremely slow burn. It is well done, but I just wasn't crazy about the pacing. I think they could have done a much better job on pacing this season out, but I still enjoyed it. I mean, as a whole, I still enjoyed it, but you really got to be in it for the long run. But if you can stick it out to the last 2 episodes, I think you'll really, really enjoy this, especially if you're a fan of the original series. If you want to pick up Justified, City Primeval, or even the original series of Justified, I will leave links in the description below that go to Amazon. You can use those links, and I get a kickback here on the channel. Again, really appreciate you coming back to Kavanaugh's Corner. I also appreciate Sony Home Entertainment for sending this out. Again, they have been amazing as of late, and I greatly appreciate the support from all of you and from them. And if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button down below and subscribe to the channel while you're at it. We're just a little over 2,300 subscribers now, and I'd love to grow this channel. I've been doing this for a pretty long time. It's been almost 10 years now I've been doing this, so I really, really appreciate all of your support. I wish you all the best. Please stay safe and take it easy.